All right, hey, welcome to week 3. This is our lab 4 walkthrough. This was going to be, I'm going to make 2 different videos. This one's going to be using the scanner function. The next one will be using the dialog function because there's 2 different ways you can do this lab. So I'm just going to make 2 different videos so it makes it easier to walk through. Let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. Purpose of this lab is to practice using string and int jumble. You can do either inputting using scanner or the dialog boxes, okay? And we want it to be similar like we had before. So you can have something simple like enter your name, your age, what would you like to earn, or you can go, name how much you'd like to earn. Another option is what's your favorite soda, how much the price, and how many calories, just anything you want to do. Or you can just make up your own, honestly. I don't really care what I need is 3 prompts. One's a string, one's an int, and one's a double. So however you feel like doing it. And again, in this version, we're going to be using the scanner, okay? Let's go ahead, let's hop over to our NetBeans. Let me see if I can get this kind of better centered for you. All right, now remember, we're just going to do this. I know it seems redundant, but because we're using NetBeans. We're just going to make a new project. Remember, it's Java with Ant and then Java application. If you have an older version, this is just going to say Java. Now, you don't have to just highlight this top. You don't have to highlight the lower folders. Then you go ahead and hit next, and we'll just call this lab 4. Call it whatever you want, honestly, but I'm just going to call it lab 4 for simplicity. Hit finish. It'll build. It'll create my project there, and it'll drop it there. Again, all this stuff with the dashes and the asterisks, this is all this stuff right here is just comments. Java doesn't read this. We don't worry about it. What we concerned ourselves with here is, number one, this package lab for us because we're doing projects, and it's a NetBeans thing, so don't really sweat that. Main thing is you got your public class. It has to be the exact same name as the Java file, and then you've got your main string. Okay, we don't have to change those. They're just there. Luckily, NetBeans builds it for us, so we're going to just put it there. All right, now the first thing we're going to want to do is, since we're going to be using the scanner, we have to import it, okay? So up here, right above package, or right below package, where we want to put it, doesn't really matter. We're going to put an import Java utility scanner. Now, the only reason I'm getting an error yet, because I haven't used it. I've imported it, but I haven't used it yet. So when we start to use it down here, and do notice I do have a semicolon after this, okay? So now we just want to start with some, I'm just going to do the same thing, name, age. I'm just going to do your name, age, and how much do you want to make. So it's kind of the same thing as the last one. So we'll do string, name, and again, you can make up anything you want. As long as I have a string, I have an integer, and I have a double, we're good to go. We're just going to go age. Actually, see, I did it wrong. Int age. Now, notice, remember, keep in mind there that Java, number 1, is case sensitive, and number 2, you notice string has a capital, but all the rest of my int and my double will not. They'll be lowercase because remember, these are int, double, float. Those things are all part of the built-in data types that exist. String is not a built-in data type. String is an actual class that's built to handle multiple characters. All right, so we double age, and oh yes, I double salary. This is my dream salary, so much I want to make. All right, so there we go. So we started there. Now, unlike the last one where we just assigned the value, instead we are going to use the scanner. So the first thing we have to do is we have to instantiate a use of the scanner. We're going to say scanner and keyboard. Now, you could name this whatever. This is just a variable. You can name it whatever you want. You could, I don't care. You could name it dog. It doesn't matter. Say enter equals new scanner, and then in here, system in. Now, do not beat yourself up on this. And you notice you see some like I got some, help thing coming up. System in. If all you stop there, that means keyboard. Just know that for a fact that when you're using the scanner, system in is keyboard. There's other things you can do to get data in from like a camera, scanner, that kind of stuff. But right now, system in refers to your keyboard. Now, I'm basically saying I'm going to be using the keyboard for this. Okay. So let's start off with our first prompt here. We're going to say to ourselves. First, we got to sit there and give ourselves a prompt. So we're going to use system.out. Now remember, we want output, and the output we're going to pick is a print line, or we use print so it doesn't skip the next line. And we're just going to put in our quotes, and I'm going to type in, what is your name? And I'm going to put a space there. So put the space for makes it so I can see what's happening next. Okay, and then I'm prompting for my name. I want to use the scanner, so that's keyboard dot next line is the prompt we're using because we're getting a string. Remember, everything that comes into the scanner is going to be a string. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If it's coming through the scanner, it's going to be a string. All right, now I'm getting an error here, and my error is a syntax, always syntax. Most of the time you got a problem, there it is. All right, so it's next line is my problem. All right, so next, we're going to ask the next question. I'm going to scroll up here. And actually, let me blow this up a little bit for you here, make it a little easier to read. Sorry about that. The next one we're going to do is we're going to ask, what's your age? You know, so we're going to, so let's go again here. We're going to say system dot out dot, whoops, dot print, what is your age? And we're going to ask the question name. And this is an integer now. So remember, actually, we don't want name. I want to use the age variable. We're going to say age equals. We don't want the next line. We want an integer. So we want next int. Okay. So if I put anything other than integer, it'll fail. But that's what we're doing. So next int. And what did I do wrong this time? I forgot to say it's part of the keyboard instantiation. So that's what it is. So remember, I had to turn the scanner into this keyboard. I've named our instance of the scanner keyboard, so it needs to have that before that. So then finally, we'll say system.out, our last one, print. Oh, how much do you hope to make? Hope to earn, call it. All right. And then again, now we're going to ask, so we just did next line, next int. What do you think the next one's going to be? Well, if you've watched the lecture or read ahead, you know it's going to be, I'm going to assign salary, which is my variable, is equal to keyboard next double, okay? And you see I got some little, this pops up a lot. Sometimes you get some interesting, you know, this will help sometimes when you're stuck. These help things do pop up, okay? And I got an error. No, I have an error because I forgot to put this in. There we go. Because it's a method. We want to make sure we got a method going. All right. So there we go. We've collected our information. Now we just got to print it out. So we're going to print it out kind of the same way we did earlier. So, you know, this one, we're going to go system. I'm going to make sure we capitalize it. Out. Print line. And we're going to say, hi, my name is, remember to leave your spaces, plus variable. I am age. And keep in mind, make sure you got your spaces on both sides of the variable because that's going to mess you up otherwise, you know. So and then we go ahead and we go there. So make sure you put spaces on both sides because otherwise it'll just smack up against there. And, you know, this you'll see, you'll make the mistake, you'll correct yourself. And finally, we got system out, print line. I hope to make dollars a year. All right. And make sure we put our semicolon at the end. See this error I have down here? Somehow during my typing, I must have accidentally deleted our closing brackets for our main methods. And there we go. So I have my closing brackets for my main method. And it's nice when you highlight them, you can see where it connects to. That's very useful. Okay. So there we have it. Now let's go ahead and try it. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Couldn't make sure I straighten this out so you can see the whole. There you go. I want you to be able to see the whole code there. All right. So scroll up here. Now let's try running this. All right. So just highlight the code, right click, and run file. Now let's go ahead and see what the reaction is downstairs. All right. What is your name? Oh, my name is Ben. Okay. What's my age? Unfortunately, it's 47. And how much do I hope to earn? I want to earn $1 million. If I get enough zeros. It's kind of hard to find all these. There we go. Should be enough. All the zeros, without having your commas in there. Hit enter, and there we go. Hi, my name is Ben. I'm 47 years old, and I hope to make $1 million a year. All right, there you go. So that is lab number 4 using the scanner. I'll make another video, same thing, using the dialog boxes. All right, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you guys in class again.